Keep it real, wait. Keep it real, damn. Keep it real and be yourselves. To this video, for today's video, asks, are you giving life everything? And I ask that question because when you first listen to it, you're like, okay, yeah, giving life everything I got. Why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? You don't have any doubts. You know what I'm saying? Because who wouldn't, right? But then when you actually take a step back and maybe ask a couple questions, right? And be like, what actions am I taking in order to get closer to my goals, to accomplishing my goals? Then, if you aren't, you freeze because you realize that whatever time span that you ask this question to whatever time that you wanted to get to these goals, you wonder if you're doing enough. And the scary part about it is you never really know if you're doing enough until you get momentum. Because once that momentum kicks in, then you understand, oh, I can accomplish anything I want in my life. It gives you that confidence because now your brain knows, oh, shoot, I've been doing this for a year and I've been getting better. Oh, shoot, I've been doing this for however long and I've been seeing progress. If I keep going at this rate, the only thing that can stop me is myself, right? So you have to be real with yourself. Because if you're not real with yourself, then you go to option two, which is delusion, right? So you falsely think, oh yeah, I'm giving it everything I got. And you don't question yourself. You just keep going. You keep coasting. And coasting isn't necessarily bad as long as you don't have no goals for yourself, then keep coasting. But if you have goals for yourself and you're coasting, the only thing you're coasting is away from your goals. Like you can never coasting is like not taking responsibility for the goals that you want to accomplish. Because to coast, you need to not focus and not put attention on what you want to accomplish, your goals, right? Like it's like not taking responsibility. But I understand to really go for your goals and not coach sometimes. No, I would say the people that do it the best are the people that have a why factor, right? You might be like, what's a why factor? And a why factor is that reasoning. Boom. Oh, why am I doing this? Why am I going through all this? Why am I going through all this pain, all this suffering, all this turmoil? Like, right? Like, why am I doing this? Why am I going through all this feeling uncomfortable? And that why factor is what you look back on. And it can be for yourself, it can be for your family. A lot of athletes, a lot of black athletes, you know what I'm saying? We've all heard the stories, is because they mom or they dad, and that's why they got strong. They realized what they were lacking. And in order to gain that strength on the outside or inner, they had to go through whatever uncomfortable trials and tribulations that they went through to listen and be the person or be the people that they want to be. And you can do the same thing. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that we can all like become better versions of ourselves, right? If we just give it everything we have. But if you have an easy life, then it makes sense why you don't give it everything. You have no why factor. Why would you give it everything when everything is given to you, right? You have no strive. Um, and even people that are born in situations that, listen, are struggling, their why factor might still be there, but the issue is the routes that they can go because they lack the knowledge to become a doctor or the funds to become a doctor. So instead, they try and go maybe an easy way out and the microwavable results. So, you know what I'm saying? Like selling shit on the side and whatever you can get to make means to make means end. And it's unfortunate, but that's just how life is. Um, that's why Dave Chappelle said, he went back to not his hood, but his old high school. It's like, hey, cuz you better get to dancing. Cause the entertainment industry is filled with black people trying to, what I'm saying, get what they think that they deserve and what their families deserve. And honestly, it is what it is. If you want to become a doctor, that's what you strive for. If you want to become a famous athlete, then shit, go for it. The only person who really can stop you is you at the end of the day. No one can tell you not to do something, and even if they tell you not to do something or you can't do something, at the end of the day, it's just words. Words cannot hurt you. If somebody says you're ugly and you cry, dang, those words, even if they are true, right? They did not they didn't cause any physical harm to you. I know it's mental, so let's get that strong. Because if you're gonna give it everything you have, you're gonna have to make some sacrifice. And you're going to have to level up. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their own foundation and you're gonna have to build on it. Right? You know what I'm saying? You can't let the little things get to you because to be the person or get to the point you want to be, you have to be a certain type of person. So the problems that you have right now that you're going through, shoot, gang, if you can't get through somebody calling you ugly or words or mental warfare, shoot, how can you get in the position and sustain that position where you have everything you want? Right? You need that commitment. You need to take action, but you need to also learn. There's so many small factors in this journey of trying to give everything. You know what I'm saying? Give life everything you have. But at the end of the day, it's just a situation of not half-assing life. It's a situation of keeping or keep going no matter what life throws at you, no matter how hard it is. Because the only time you really lose is when you give up. If you never give up, you can't lose. And it sounds so cliche. I hate these cliche statements, but at the end of the day, they're true. Like, no matter how, you know what I'm saying, how dumb they sound, when you go through the process, you really realize, like, dang, they spitting. But you have to be willing to go through it to understand it for yourself, firsthand experience, not from all these celebrities saying, "Oh, you got to do this and that to get your dreams." No, bruh, you got to actually understand it from your POV, understand it from who you are in your situation. Of course, you can see similar situations and be like, okay, me and what's his name, who already has everything I have, we're kind of, I see the similarities in how we were born and the things that we want. But at the end of the day, how you get it and who you are when you get it, two different things. So you need to understand what you lack and build on it. And once you do that and get the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, to understand where you went wrong or why you shouldn't think the way you think, but the journey just keeps going and everything you learn is a new step ahead. So that being said, don't just be, stay optimistic. Have a great day. Peace.